We gonna see about it. But we got this video of Bossman DLow. You read the caption. Let's see what's going on.
Real, back with another video, man. Talent, talent, talent. These are three words that you would have to associate with Bossman DLow. With his slippery style and the ability to stunt while keeping it real, Bossman DLow won fans around the world. It also don't hurt that he know how to make straight up bangers that you can vibe with at the club. The man has it all.
I don't give a hell what nobody say. About to stop me, so go watch the video. Damn, I lost contact. But I lost. Shit. Bossman DLow got a good style. He got a style that anybody else could use, just like Sexy Red. Anybody could do. But it's like, yo, it's hard. But it's like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. It's kind of like repetitive to me. But it is tough. He don't got the kind of music, to my opinion, that you just keep going back to. Like, you can just rap it just by just doing it yourself.
Bringing the perfect mix of energetic beats and infectious flows made him a straight up and coming superstar for the southern rap scene. But recently, there was also a, shall we say, incognito controversy that threatened to start to drown out his success. Potential legal troubles in 2024 might put DLow at risk of ending up in the joint, with the feds bringing him in under some, let's say, mysterious circumstances. So without further ado, let's skip the play and get down to business. Despite his larger-than-life presence, Bossman DLow's story began in one of the most low-key towns you gonna ever imagine. He didn't come from a big, dirty city like so many other rappers out there. Instead, the man that would eventually be known as Bossman DLow was born in the tiny community of Port Salerno, Florida.
That could be it. So what part of Florida are you from?
Port Salerno.
Where's Florida. That? I used to live in Tampa, so.
20 minutes of Palm Beach, probably like.
So Broward?
About 2.5 hours from Tampa.
Is that Broward?
Nah, it's probably like an hour north from Broward.
With about 10,000 people, that wasn't the sort of place that people expected a resident to make it big. DLow or Devontae McCreary didn't have much to do in the sleepy town that he called home.
Small city. Small city. Don't nobody see it out there.
Population?
14.
13. You
hear? Yeah, you'll say 14 in this population.
You will.
That's why he started to turn to music to keep his inner fire alive. The kid was born to a family of music lovers too, which definitely helped him learn the ropes. Now, his life was shaped up by two important figures. His dad, who was usually on a long-haul truck drive, so he wasn't around as much as DLow would have liked, but at least he had his mama, who helped shape the love for music that would make him one of the hottest new artists in the game.
That's what's up.
One thing's for sure, his mama wasn't the kind to listen to basic music. Instead,
I ain't gonna lie to you, brother. That money be good. I know it be good. I done heard from it, the truck driving things. But when you got kids, bro, yo, that is really like a job with, though, like, you don't got no kids or your kids older and you don't really care that much about doing a lot. Like, because you're going to be going away from your kids a lot. Like, I know this truck driver, he be gone for a week or sometimes week and a half. And that's a long time to be away from your kids and you just around your mother. I understand the pay is great. Some people probably ain't got the, forget that. But that's not a job for a kid, bro. Your kid would like really not have a connection with you. But if you cool with that.
She listened to artists like Mtume, whose funky bass lines and silky vocals formed some of DLow's earliest musical influences. And it wasn't just the old school stuff either. DLow listened to Lil Wayne, Wiz Khalifa, and even Future. A mix of that would help him learn how to spit fire later on in life.
But I was always looking at, like, see, when I was younger, I was listening like Wiz Khalifa, Lil Wayne, you feel me? So it was like, I was looking at bigger shit.
The other person that had a huge impact on his life was his brother Tory. With his dad barely around, his big bro had to step in and act like a father figure to the kid. And just like D-Low's mama, Tory also decided to fill his life with as much music as possible. And he encouraged him to start making music as well. This meant that D-Low had a deep love for all things musical from day one. But sadly, the law wasn't going to let him rest. Port Salerno didn't have much more than a few paths of dirt biking and a basketball court. After that, it was just the streets. And we all know what the streets can do to a youngin' with nowhere else to go. In 2019, D-Low had his first official run-in with 5-0. He ended up in the county jail, but this wasn't a complete tragedy like you might think.
I caught my first felony right here. I was parked right here. So I was parked right here. Police like walked up on us. We were facing that way. They walked up on us. You know what I'm saying? I had stuff I ain't supposed to have, so I jumped out. I ran that way.
In case you're wondering, Bossman got caught with some powder. He never talked about how much he had, but it was apparently enough to get him locked up, not just for possession, but for selling it too. To make things worse, D-Lo happened to be in jail when the pen...
How you got caught selling it? And go ahead in the comments say how he got caught. Man, it's a lot to get caught selling it. I'm using it.
It started picking up the speed.
Nah, I had
They must have been watching you.
17 months just sitting in the county. Ooh. Yeah.
Dang.
I just went to South Florida reception for probably like 6 more months. I'm not EOS from there.
How's
COVID was making everything slow. I was really supposed to go to prison, but COVID was making no buses was coming to get people, you feel me?
Facts.
Being locked in the joint is bad enough, but D-Lo now also had to deal with being confined to his cell. Social distancing rules meant no contact with his friends, family, or even his fellow inmates.
Hell no, we was in that bitch 2 weeks straight. Really, we went a little over. It was only supposed to be 14-day quarantine. We went over that like damn near 21 days.
So is that like you can't leave the cell?
Just in the cell, in the bed all day. You can't go nowhere.
Can't even take a shower?
His mind started to go to dark places when his mama got the virus. And in the isolation, as he started to feel the pressure coming in from all sides, D-Lo found comfort in the one thing that he had left, music. With days that seemed like they'd never end and literally nobody to talk to, D-Lo decided to take Tory's advice and start making music.
Yeah, January 2019 when I got out of jail.
Oh, you went to college?
Yeah, I went, yeah.
What did you learn in college?
You know, they ain't nothing but time in there, bro. You know what I'm saying? So just to come up with a lot of stuff, bro. Like I said, call home. Them boys said they had a studio out there, so I just started writing, bro.
This is why his stint in the county lockup wasn't the worst thing in the world. Sure, it put him through some kind of suffering that no man really should have to experience, but at the same time, it acted like a spark that started the absolute fire of creativity that would...
I hate when people say, and I don't care if you keep talking about my stopping. I hate when people say no man should have to experience. Yo, some mother need to experience it. Rapists, baby killers, abusers, yo, they need to experience it. I don't care.
Put him on the map. All D-Lo had to do was do his time, and he had a career waiting for him. The good thing is the judge wasn't too hard on him, so it didn't take long before he was back out on the streets. As soon as he was a free man, D-Lo started to share his bars.
I just really was like, okay, I got out. I'm like, okay, first of all, you got to get some money.
Dang right.
Because you're going to have to get emotion. You're going to have to experience some shit, you feel me? So you can have something to talk about. But then once that came, now I was like, okay, now I need to think about what kind of music I'm finna like. I know it's going to be get money music, but not just the regular. I want it to be like catchy. I want everybody to, you feel me? I want you to feel this, like.
The guy had talent, no doubt about that, and other rappers noticed how sick his flow could be. And if you check out his early work, you'll see that he wanted to show the world what it was like to be a working class black man with a record holding him back. Same 24 was a track that showed how he can get his grind and work his way up, and was ready to do whatever it took to come out on top. Even if we ignore his bars, he had a way of mixing his flow with melody that seemed fresh and exciting to everybody that heard him.
Really about getting money. You can apply this shit however you need.
And everything ain't gotta be selling drugs, like I said. You feel me? That shit could just be and you sell shirts, bro. You sell clothes, you sell jewelry, you sell. Man, I'm finna go stupid today. I'm finna rent it up. Yeah, we finna jump back in the car. We finna get on that liquor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We finna smoke. We finna
do it.
With so much talent pushing him ahead, it didn't take long for D-Lo to start turning heads. Now, this dude might have been from a tiny little town, but his bars were making waves as far north as Tallahassee.
Right.
That's where he got closer and closer to his big break, with some real names noticing the young blood that wanted to take over the game. Pretty soon, D-Lo's music started getting played all over Florida. This guy was turning into a statewide celebrity, but he wasn't going to stop there. Nope. He wanted to be #1. After all, he was inspired by Future, a guy that's known for staying relevant for decades despite always doing his own thing. That's the kind of career D-Lo wanted. He dreamed of slicing off a piece of the rap game and claiming it for himself.
What motivates Bossman DLow? If anything.
I don't know what motive. Just the like watching like big performances. You know what I'm saying? Like, arenas. Like, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Haven't experienced that yourself yet.
By 2023, his singles had already gotten hundreds of thousands of views on YouTube, so there was just one thing left to do before he'd really make it big. I'm talking about getting a record deal. It was the last step that he wanted to take to reach stardom, and all the talent he'd shown up to that point meant major labels wanted to get him on board.
Right.
One was Empire. One was 1017 Gucci. One was like Think It's a Game.
Probably the biggest label that was looking into him was Alamo Records, where big names like Lil Durk and Rod Wave had found their home.
I thought Empire was I don't know.
Alamo was looking to beef up their rap roster, so D-Lo was just the right person to do that kind of thing. D-Lo obviously said yes, and in the summer of 2023, he officially became a signed artist. This brought him a ton of resources. His already high profile started to break out of Florida and spill over into nearby states.
Right.
Over the next year, D-Lo released a string of new songs that took him to a greater and greater height. His debut mixtape, Too Slippery, put him on the map right quick. That's what caught the eye of Alamo Records in the first place, but it wasn't a done deal from the get-go. Nope. D-Lo knew how to market the crap out of the record. All it took was a few TikToks to make it explode on everybody's feed,
Oh, wow.
and the folks at Alamo didn't take long to approach him. When he signed with them, they released a sequel to Too Slippery that grew his audience even more. This ended 2023 with a bang, but D-Lo was showing no signs of slowing down. 2024 brought a bunch of more wins to his name. An appearance on Creeping Through the Streets showed his freestyling chops too, ringing in the new year with a splash that was only about to get bigger. He had no idea that the freestyle he put out was laying the groundwork for Get In With Me, his first ever single to reach Billboard Hot 100. And you don't want to know the funny thing, right? D-Lo was just spitting the first thing that came to his mind. He wasn't even trying to make a hit single or anything like that. Nope. He was just doing what he loved, which goes to show how much natural talent was in his DNA. By the summer of 2024, D-Lo was a charting artist. He had fans, he had money, he had all the glitz and glamour that came with being a bona fide rap star. But just like in his youth, the good times got interrupted by the boys in blue. Again, there's no official word on what the charges are. All we know is that a fan saw feds cuffing D-Lo on the streets, and they caught a video of what was going down on August 5th.
Right.
D-Lo nodded his head at the person with the camera so we could say for sure that it was him.
Bossman.
Ooh, oh, he said what up? Oh, you're a real nigga.
But that's pretty much all we know about the case. The authorities haven't released any info on the charges or even acknowledged that he was arrested in the first place. Some folks have said that he was organizing a charity that didn't have the right permits, but that shouldn't have been the reason for him to be in cuffs.
Right.
Am I wrong? It's been a minute since the incident, and even D-Lo hasn't made a public statement. We'll just have to wait and see where the things go from here. All in all, bruh just heating up, and he got crazy potential.
9 years from now. You don't win into the future.
Yeah.
What they gonna be saying about D-Lo?
I just want them to know, like, man, yeah, that boy came from nothing, you feel me? And he kept.
Talent is crazy, and he coming from an area that's so small he ain't got no choice but to put it on.
Right.
All he got to do is stay smart, stay alert, and stay real.
That's it. That's all he gotta do. But right now he in jail, so he just gotta stay most majority alert and smart. But I hate predicaments like that, man. When you up there grinding and the cops are coming, but these guys be out here, bro. When these labels sign you, bro, it ain't just peaches and cream. You gotta pay these people back. So it's like, man, I know he can make a hit and all this other stuff, but like, you gotta pay for studio time. They paying for your clothes. They giving you all this money so you can pop your, and like, you know what these guys be out here doing, man. It's so many ways and revenues of ways you could get some money. So it's like, especially on the outside tip. Especially on the outside tip, man. You can sell something like that. Everybody know what your name is. You put your name on it and it's selling. So it's like, all that revenue just, you can make off of that. Sorry, y'all, my nose a little messed up. You just sometimes get caught up in some stupid situations, but hey, man, that was Bossman DLow. Can't wait to hear when he back out. And yeah, man, we done with this one.